Nichiren Papa Kwamanamo, you can call me Mr. Smooth. I am excited to come your way today, and what I intend doing from now onwards is to come your way with a question. People ask questions, so what I'm going to be doing is I'll be doing a short video on the questions they ask, and we're placing them on my YouTube channel for those of you who have similar questions to be able to have solutions or answers to them. Today I'll be talking about uh, I'll be answering a question that one of the my viewers or my followers on social media asked, and the question is as simple as this: how do you get to know that your relationship is getting bad? How do you get to know that your relationship is about to break up, whether it is marriage or just a romantic relationship? How do you get to know that it is breaking up? First of all, we need to understand what makes a relationship work, what makes marriage good. There's going to be some love and there's going to be some bonding. But what brings the love and bonding? Actually, what brings the love and bonding are three basic things. And those basic things should not be messed up or mixed up. They are trust, first, communication, and sex. These three ingredients will make your bonding and your love life solid. Now, why do I say trust? If there's no trust, the two of you cannot have good communication. And when there's no good communication, the two of you cannot have sex. If you start with having good sex and communication is bad, the sex will fall off. If you start having sex and you don't trust each other, the sex will fall off. So it is important to go through that order where you're going to trust each other, and then you learn to communicate well, and then you would have to see how you can make your love making life good. All these three things are important in any relationship that intends to move itself to the next level. So you need to take note of that. So these are the basic foundations for which you can build that bond and that love that you desire, you so desire in your love making or relationship life. Next is to look at the emotions or the things that when you see, you get to know that your relationship is about to fall off. The first one is being overly defensive. When the man or the woman becomes overly defensive and takes every simple communication that the two of you are having as an argument, which one must definitely win, to show that I am more educated than you are, to show that I am well placed in the office than you are. I have a better position, I have better qualifications, I'm doing a better job than you are, and so you don't have brains than I do. When you start seeing such negative emotions, that every time you are having a simple conversation with your guy or with your girl, it turns into an argument where in which one person must surely win, it means your relationship is in trouble or getting into trouble, and you need to seek help. The next is when one party or both parties become overly critical about each other or on each other. Here, when the slightest thing one person criticizes without looking and even remembering that this is the person I'm in a relationship with, not seeing those around or people around, you just voice out and speak at the person that you say you are in love with, instead of speaking to the person. You criticize the person in public. That is also a negative emotion where every time you want the other party to feel small, you want the other party to feel that, oh, you don't know anything, there's nothing important about you, that sort of stuff. Then the third one is when you have that nonchalant attitude. We call that stonewalling, where you don't care what the person does. Whatever the person tells you, you tell him, oh, whatever you want to do, whatever you think is okay for you. And then you don't care what happens to the person. When you see such negative emotions, you need to know that your relationship is about hitting the rocks. Then finally, when you start feeling contempt for each other, because once you start feeling contempt for each other, your relationship is off. Contempt in a way that the man is going to tell you, if hadn't been for me, you would not be here, you would have been in the village, you'd have been for me, you'd be walking on the streets, selling this, selling that. So when you see these three negative emotions, you quickly seek for help. Most times, people find and talk to wrong people when they have such relationship issues. Yes, there are so many people out there who call themselves, brand themselves as counselors and all that. But you'd have to be very, very careful from whom you seek advice, because yes, advice is free, but counseling is not. So I am making myself available these days so that if there's anything that you would want to talk about, you can always call my contact 0244661011. For those of you who want to get married, I do premarital counseling. When you contact me, we can arrange for your counseling sessions. We do some online, we do some face to face, and when you call the same number, which I'll put out again, we do post-marital counseling. After marriage, you still need some help. Most times, people think that, oh, you don't need anything. You already know. Nobody teaches how to do these things. But I tell you, some people, even including me, they didn't know these things. Went into relationships, went into marriages, messed up, and got hurt terribly. And out of which some of us have decided that we're going to dedicate the rest of our lives teaching people to avoid some of the mistakes that we made. So please, if you need counseling, if you need to make any sound decisions, I'll be around. I'll be your coach in your sex and reproductive life. I'll be your coach in your relationships, dating, and marital lives. My name is Nichiren Papa Kwamana Amo. You can call me Mr. Smooth, and my contact is 0244 66 10 11. Subscribe to the Adult Class channel, Mr. Smooth's Adult Class channel, and share this video with as many people as possible. More will be coming. Similar education will be coming your way each day. Thank you for watching.